Hey, it's Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. Today's the 19th of September, and we've had some really warm weather lately. It's kind of nice to enjoy it this time of the year. So to think that pretty shortly here we're going to be into October, it's hard to believe because we're still in shorts and shirts. But this is the field that I had pigs on this year, and I let it sit for a little while because it had a lot of stuff in it that really needed to compost down. I didn't want to get it planted too early. All right. And the reason for that is what I was going to plant on it. I planted what's called gopher radishes, and I've never planted them before. I've seen pictures of them and they look pretty cool, so I thought I'd try it. Very cheap. I think they were about $2 a pound, and I put 3 pounds on. I know I was a little heavy in my seeding, but who cares? You know, I got $6 into it. Okay, so this is 100 by 100, 10,000 square feet. I'm going to leave that shelter in here because eventually I am going to have pigs on here this winter, because I believe that what I'm growing in there is not going to make it through the winter, and we're going to have to get it eaten down before it gets real cold. Okay, but let's go over to this field. This one is 200 by 200, okay, 20,000 square feet. Did a little gardening up here in this corner, but not too much came of that, and we've got just about everything off. So I'm getting ready to close it up. I've got that one seeded. I'm going to close that gate up. I'm going to get the electric on in here, and I've got 30 small pigs up here. And I've got 3 moms up there that I'm going to take their babies, and one over here that we're going to take their babies. So we should have somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 small pigs that we're going to put on this. So I want to get an idea of how much forage I had out here. So what I did was I got out my ruler and I dug up everything that was on 1 square foot, roughly, right? And I did it in 4 places all over this place, right? Some places I was getting 11 pounds, some places I was getting 4.5 pounds. And when I averaged them out, I came out to 7.5 pounds of forage. And this is what it looks like when I have it in a tote. So there's many of these out there. This isn't the biggest one I found. There's a lot of them that are bigger than that, but in this square foot, there was one real big one and then a bunch of smaller little ones, and then all the tops, and then all of this grass. And there's a little bit of pigweed in there. They would probably eat that first. Oh, I mean lamb's quarter. This is pigweed, I think, somebody told me. But 7.5. So then I got out a little bit of calculations going here. And if I have 20,000 square feet at 7.5 pounds, I'm coming out with 150,000 pounds of forage. So for 50 pigs, I mean, they got to eat almost a ton a piece, or a little bit more, over a ton of piece of this forage. And what we see usually when we put them out this time of the year, all right, September, still warm. But their little bodies are going to start telling their systems, you've got to get ready for winter. So they will go into ravenous mode, and they will eat and eat and eat. So they're going to be living in as much forage as they can possibly eat. And I will supplement them with some bread. Not a lot, because I want them to get this down. Now this field over here, it's interesting to note, all I did on that was I went through it with a cultivator first, and I broke up a lot of the big clods. There were places where there was some bedding clods from when those pigs were on there. Those ones were all been moved down onto a bigger field. And then I seeded it. It's a pretty small parcel, so I just used my little hand seeder, my little whirly gig, 3 pounds of seed, and then I went over it with a makeshift harrow that I built years and years ago. It's just a drag, and it just puts a little dirt over everything, and then I walk away. And then it's kind of fun because I would just wait for it to rain, which is supposed to do this week, and we have these warm days. These types of forages like to grow when it's cool at night. So they do really well in the early spring, and then in the fall they do pretty good too. We'll see. Maybe I'm a little late. I don't know. We'll see. Either